Coronary heart disease or coronary artery disease, abbreviated as CAD or CHD. That's coronary heart disease, coronary artery disease, the common but serious condition where the blood vessels supplying the heart are narrowed or blocked. Coronary heart disease does not always have obvious symptoms. In some people, it can cause chest pain, angina, or serious problems like heart attacks. The main treatments for coronary heart disease are healthy lifestyle changes and medications. Some people may need surgery. Coronary heart disease or artery disease is caused by a buildup of fatty substances in the blood vessels supplying the heart. It's often linked to an unhealthy diet. You can reduce your risk of getting coronary heart disease by making a simple lifestyle changes such as being active and having a healthy diet. Simple, isn't it? Hello, my lovely people. Welcome back to my channel. Today, what actually made me to look into this coronary heart disease or coronary artery disease is the news I received recently regarding a young person. The person because the person passed away. I'll tell you the little story. The person was actually only 38 years, 38, yes. So, sometimes when we talk about health challenges and people looking after themselves, people think that, oh, you're older, later on. There's no later on. Things are happening. In fact, people are being diagnosed with all sorts at a younger age. So this person, when I heard this story, I'm like, oh my goodness, what actually happened? It transpired that this person was diagnosed with coronary heart disease. And I'm like, at that young age, and that was a year ago. So at the age of 37. And I'm like, this is very frightening. I need to look into this and bring it to my people. Anything to do with health, I cannot. It doesn't matter how many people that will watch this video, at least few people, even if it's few people, they will benefit from what I'm going to say now because it can affect anybody. And when I was now looking into this coronary heart disease or coronary artery disease, I actually noticed that it is one of, the top killer of diseases in the whole world. That was very frightening. And obviously, it's because of the way we eat and the way people don't move. Static position. We're always static, watching TV or looking at our phones or doing our jobs or using the computer. We don't move enough. And then we now add it up with so many rubbish that we eat. Some of these foods, especially meat, are processed. So all these things builds up and causes us a lot of problems. So what I was looking at showed that heart disease in general is number one killer, followed by stroke and respiratory diseases. I'm going to only talk about heart condition today. My next one, I'm going to look into stroke because there's also somebody much younger that developed stroke. But today, let us concentrate on ischemic or coronary heart disease, coronary artery disease, or even, ischemic heart disease. Because whenever you hear anything, there's so many medical terms that can be used for these things. You can hear myocardial ischemia, you hear ischemic heart disease, you hear this, all are linked and actually causing loads of problems. So let's talk about ischemic heart disease or coronary artery disease today. That's all I'm going to talk about today. And as I said before, the research I made showed that it is the world's most deadliest condition at the moment. And the risk factors, I was looking at what are actually the risk factors, apart from what I said before about eating healthily, exercise, and all the rest of it. What are the risk factors for somebody developing ischemic or coronary artery disease? One is high blood pressure. We have to monitor our high blood pressure, make sure that it's under control. Very important. High blood pressure was the first one, predisposing factors or risk factors. Number 2 is high cholesterol. You must keep your cholesterol in check. Smoking, for those of you who smoke, because I don't know how in the past, in my head, men that smoke, they're the only ladies that smoke. In those days when I was growing up, were ladies you see in the hotel, the peas. That's those ones that smoke. But now they think it's fashionable for ladies to smoke. It's not good. Obviously, family history of coronary artery disease can make you can be a risk factor. However, if you change from what your family members did to develop the condition, it may well help to reverse your own case. And the next one is being overweight. Being overweight, obviously, is predisposing factor for many things. So we have to watch our weights. And so I've mentioned high blood pressure, high cholesterol, smoking, family history. Oh, diabetes, another one. Here, diabetes can actually predispose you to ischemic heart disease. Yes, so high blood pressure, high cholesterol, smoking, family history of coronary artery disease, diabetes, and being overweight. If you have these conditions I just mentioned, make sure that you keep an eye on your levels and make sure that if you have diabetes, that you don't have high blood sugar. If you have high blood pressure, make sure that they're within normal range. And normal range for most adults will be below 140/90. 140 is the systolic and 90 will be the diastolic. 140/90 or lower is the best for most people. But the older you get, you can get a bit higher, but this is just the range that we want it to be, below 140/90. And your blood sugar, obviously, keep it at a level, lowest level that you can, and watch your weight. Now, you can prevent coronary artery disease by taking your medication. If you're prescribed medication, please, by all means, I know I'm not a strong believer in medications. However, there are conditions that you'll be diagnosed and you need to take your medication. So make sure you take your medication and then do some of these things I'm going to mention now to help you to manage the condition better. The first one is one of the other ways you can, apart from taking your medication, please take your medication. It's very important so you don't go and develop something else. And then exercise regularly. Me and exercise are 5 and 6. Exercise doesn't mean going to the gym. You can just walk around briskly and all the rest of it. So exercise regularly. Try and maintain a moderate weight. You don't have to be skinny or whatever, but just maintain moderate weight. Weight for me, with my height, might not be the same weight for somebody who is only 4 feet 10 or 5 feet and nothing. But some people who are taller may carry more weight, can manage more weight, more than others. Just watch what is ideal for your height and for your body frame. Eating a balanced diet, we can't overemphasize on that is low in sodium and high in fruits and vegetables. Very important. Obviously, avoid smoking if you do, and then drinking. If you have to drink alcohol, only drink in moderation, and also try and drink loads of water. It helps a lot in detoxifying you and the rest of it. So that's all I'm going to talk about today. Next time we'll talk about the second largest cause of death in the whole world. We're going to talk about that next. This one is just about ischemic heart disease or coronary artery disease in a nutshell. This is just a nutshell, just for you something to get you thinking. Okay, my lovely people, I will leave you here. See you in my next one. Goodbye and God bless.